So, never mind my quarantine look. My eyebrows look a mess. Just got out the shower, so my hair is crazy. But, yeah, I just wanted to check in with all the people I love during this quarantine, um, and just give my insight on some things that I've been noticing. So, I don't know if any of you know, but I deal with anxiety and depression. So I felt like with this quarantine, because anyone who knows me, they know I'm not social, really. Like, you have to force me to be social. I don't like interacting with people. That's never been my stilo. And then when I'm in large crowds, I get really antsy and worried, and I always think someone's staring at me or talking about me, or my walker, of course. But I noticed, with that, all that being said, I noticed that with me being in the house, I feel like my depression has increased. Um, and I only say that because I'm in the house constantly. I always joked that me going to work was my way to socialize. Because, your coworkers, you socialize with them for 8, 10 hours. Then you say, bye, see you tomorrow. And you don't gotta, when the work week over, you don't gotta do it again until it's time to clock back in. Now, I'm at home constantly, and I don't like it very much. Because literally, all I do is work, wake up, walk to my living room, go to my computer, work, take a shower, eat, get back in bed, and do it all over. So I think that it has created a dilemma for me. So when I could get out the house, I take any opportunity to, even if it's to ride to the grocery store or to, I don't know. I think I'm gonna start walking around my apartment complex because I just need something. I can't be in here, like, I know that about myself, because I don't want to slip into a dark place. Now, I also discovered that I'm learning things about myself that I did not know. Like, I did not know that as much as I say I'd like to be alone, I don't really like it. I actually don't think I know how to be alone. And I say that because I have lived with my mother or my grandmother for most of my life. Like, I've never been alone. Like, I stayed on my own for a year and then moved back with my mom, and now I'm back out again. I don't know how to be by myself, enjoy my own company. And that's one thing that I'm learning, not only with this quarantine, but being in my own space. And although at times it gets uncomfortable and it gets lonely, I'm learning things about myself I never knew. I'm learning my likes and my dislikes. I'm learning what I like to eat and what I don't like to eat. Because if anyone knows me, they know I like to avoid all conflicts, no matter how big or small, because I don't want to be labeled difficult. So, and it's funny because me and my mother had a conversation about this the other day. Like, if she doesn't like something, she's not going to do it. She doesn't care what it is. Me, actually, my mother and my father were. My father's deceased, but my father was like that too. My father was very strong-willed. He did what he wanted unapologetically. My dad was a boss. My mom is too. And I'm going to be a boss one day, but what I'm saying is I'm very passive when it comes to certain things. So, for instance, I don't like spaghetti. Now, my brother, anyone who knows my brother Terry loves spaghetti. So, in an effort to not be difficult, or because my brother's not home much and he does so much for people, the people that he loves, can I eat spaghetti twice, like once every 3 months? I can do that. I mean, that's not bad, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like, I don't know, I've been like passive on so many things in an effort to not to be difficult that it's become a habit. And I want to learn how to say, like, no, I don't like that. And not be afraid that I'm going to hurt someone's feelings or someone is going to find me difficult. Because that's my biggest fear, being labeled difficult. Because growing up with a walker, I never really felt different. Having cerebral palsy, I never really felt different. And that's one good thing I can say about growing up where I grew up. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio. All of my cousins made me feel loved and made me feel like I can do anything I want to. Same with my elementary school. I'm really not going to say middle school through high school because I dealt with a little bit of bullying, but I think that's what shaped me a little bit. Because anything I want to do as far as like my accomplishments, I get done. It might take me a while, but I knock that shit out the park. But yeah, even my elementary school, on the way, Woodbury, everyone was nice. Everyone was helpful. Everyone made me feel included. And I think that's something that kids with disabilities, I think it's going to be a harsh reality for us to face. The real world is not going to make you feel as included. And my mom is really, I love my mom. I love my mom. Like, she's great. She's awesome. She's really big on tough love. So she'll give me that tough love. And because of her, I know how to handle it somewhat, but it gets to me sometimes. So you already feel like a burden to the people around you, not because they make you feel that way, but literally because you have to get help with everything. I'm pretty independent. Like, I can shower myself, I can fix my hair, I can cook when I feel like it. I don't really like to. I can do a lot for myself, but it takes me longer. People with cerebral palsy use about, I want to say, 3 times as much energy to do something that it would take a regular person to do. And a lot of people don't know that. So, knowing stuff for me takes extra energy. So, that's why I try to avoid it. Or I'll ask for help even though I don't like to. But one thing I don't like is feeling like a burden to anyone around me. So, I really don't ask for help. Like, I'll hold out as long as I can and then ask for help at the last minute. And then it's so funny because my mother or my aunts, my cousins, my brothers, my grandmother, they'll be like, well, why didn't you say something? Why didn't you say something? And I'm like, you're right, I should have said something. But again, out of fear of not wanting to be difficult or wanting to feel like a burden, because I know that people have their own lives. And I'm very thankful for everyone who helps make sure I'm good and helps take care of me. Like, y'all are bomb. But I also want y'all to feel like y'all still have y'all freedom outside of me. So, yeah, going back to what I originally said, I'm just learning a lot about myself, learning that I'm very passive. And I don't want to be as passive, if that makes sense. Like, I still want to remain sweet. Let's put it that way. I still want to remain sweet. I want my heart to be genuine, but I don't want to be to the point where I feel like I'm sacrificing myself or my happiness because I don't want to be difficult. Because that's not fair to me. And it's not that anyone is asking me to do that. I just always felt like that was something I have to do because people do so much for me. I'm also learning that during this time for me, meditation and prayer is key. Like, I've been through things these last couple of weeks that had me in tears, like wanting, like on my knees in the shower, crying, and just praying and meditating through it, and discovering the underlying root of it all is really helping. Because if I'm learning that if we don't heal from the things that hurt us, they're gonna stick with us, and it's not good. I just, my ultimate goal is to be genuinely happy, and I know that's gonna be a work in progress, especially dealing with depression and anxiety. But I think I can do it. I know I can do it. That's another thing I'm working on. The way I think and the way I speak about myself. I'm giving myself daily affirmations, and I'm visualizing things like I will get my law degree. I will be a judge. I will help with prison reform. And I'm taking the steps towards it, even though it's baby steps. Because, everyone's pace is not the same. And my pace may be a little slower, but as long as I'm taking steps towards it, it doesn't matter. I'm saying I am beautiful, I am confident, I am smart. I love myself. I am powerful. I am divine feminine energy. All that good stuff. I am black girl magic. I'm me. I'm great. And I just like, once you learn to love yourself unapologetically and love yourself with your faults and with your flaws, it'll get better. It's not an easy thing to do, but once you work on it, it gets easier. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm working on it. And I don't want to make myself sound like I'm a party pooper, but I'm learning to cheer. I'm learning to cheer for the people I love too. A lot of us get upset when we see other people progressing and we're not where we want to be, and it's taking us a while, and we forget that it's okay, because our time is coming, and it's okay to be happy for someone else. So I'm learning how to do that, because listen, I have people who are starting businesses, who are getting degrees, who are starting new jobs, who bought houses, who are starting families. And it's okay to be happy for them, because when God sees fit, it'll all happen for me. I'm also learning about what's... you put it down.
It's hot.
I'm also learning about what I deserve. So, as far as what is acceptable when it comes to loving me, and I'm not the easiest person to love. I know that. I got a lot of things that, like I said, I'm dealing with, as you guys know from what I'm saying. So, I'm learning how to deal with that and to be honest with myself. Because a lot of the problem lies with us being honest with ourselves. We're not honest with ourselves and what we want and what we need, and we settle. And in the end, we become bitter or resentful when we should have just been upfront in the first place. And I don't want to do that, because I meet great people. And I don't know, those relationships don't have to be relationships that end in love. They can be business, they can be friendships. Like, I'm speaking for everything. Like, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship. Like, if you know something isn't working for you or isn't feeding you the way you need to be fed, like in your soul, you need to acknowledge that. And the person you're talking to, if it's real, when you acknowledge that, they'll be okay with that. I don't know. I feel like this is good for me, because I'm learning a lot about myself, and I want to be a better person because I want to be happy. Like, I don't want to fake being happy. I feel like I faked being happy for the longest. Like, I smile all the time, but I would say that smile is only real when I'm around my family, like my cousins or my mother, my grandmother, my aunts, my brothers, especially my brothers, because I feel like, and I might be biased, but I feel like my brothers can't do any wrong. My nieces, my nephews, like, that's the only time I'm genuinely happy because I feel like they get me. Even my best friends, Brandy, Reginald, Tay, like, I feel like they get me. And I feel like I want to be happy outside of those relationships. Like, I need to grow a personal relationship with myself and learn how to be happy within that, outside of them. And it's going to be a work in progress, but I plan on documenting my journey and just letting you guys know how it's going and how I'm doing. But it's not just going to be a happy health journey. It's going to be like school and accomplishing my goals and how far I am with my degree and things like that. And decorating this apartment, of course. But I don't know. You guys stay tuned. Maybe my journey will help you. And I know reflecting back on it will help me. So everyone have a blessed day. Peace.